everybody. Welcome back to the 0% podcast. We are Ethan and
Jake. That's my
Yup.
name.
We have a special guest
Oh
back
my
on the
God.
show. Hey everybody, it's Will. Welcome back to the show. 2 episodes in a row. Hey everybody, what's up? What's up, guys?
Oh my fucking God.
Man, Ethan.
Hey,
Ethan is like, he's gay or like he's a virgin incel or something. Like he totally has a neck beard, even though I've seen him like have facial hair that goes
You think
beyond
so?
his beard up into his face. I don't know what a neck beard is.
do you think so?
I think Ethan is like I have like a weird fixation. Oh yeah, tell me about this. I have a weird fixation that Ethan is like gay or like a virgin because I think I guess I'm probably insecure about my own beta energy. So I have to like
Jesus.
somehow try to every single episode that comes out say that there's something wrong with Ethan, even though clearly he's much more of a Chad than me because I wear fucking again pink headphones with cat ears coming off.
Jesus
And
Christ.
drink a whole liter of Pepsi at my desk. You know what? I'm cutting him off the show. Okay, he's gone. I think
God damn it,
that was enough of
dude.
that guy.
I think every single guest that he's had on his show has roasted their show like on that guest's show later because I listened to those podcasts. So it's only right for us to go in there and roast
the
too.
right side of wrong.
It's all Jesus
only who's
fucking
right
Christ.
at the end of the day.
Dude, that episode was such a fucking pain in the ass.
I would like to formally come out to all the listeners, make a public apology for that episode. For that episode.
Dude.
A public apology for that experience.
That
And I also would like to say right here and now at the start of the show that Jake has fooled all of you. He decided to cut out a big portion of this whole debate where they decided to say Ethan said like Mars is a different plane of existence or something. There was an entire part of that where I proved them wrong, and they're both stupid as hell for thinking I would possibly say something like that. But Jake decided to cut it out, making me look like a fool.
I don't know. It was still kind of left in the air after that whole debate. And
it really wasn't, because you could go back into the video itself. And I went back to try to find.
And that's what made it so bad. Literally, these guys were pulling up fucking our old episodes on their phones, playing it into their microphones.
Yeah,
and it was just unlistenable. So I had to cut all of that shit out.
Anyone wants to know the truth, you can go back to episode 2 to like an hour and 18 minutes in, and you can see that I never once said space and like Mars is a different dimension. He's like, you said that aliens are demons. I said no, demons could be aliens. When like it's like this purposeful ignorance to try to be like Ethan's crazy. He's going out of his mind. He's saying all these wacky things. It was cut from the episode.
Okay,
decided that was right.
Enough. The third fucking episode where we're talking about the same thing.
Well, that's not. You guys shouldn't have brought that up. You guys shouldn't have brought that up then.
Fucking Will brought that up.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess we'll start with our weekly. Hey, didn't still don't have an intro for it.
Yeah.
I guess we'll do that next time. But yeah, our weekly hey.
I mean, This episode might have an intro for it. Actually, not one.
I will start with what I hate this week, and that is women asking dumb questions.
Yeah.
Now, every single time
I'm right there with you, brother.
Every single time I say what I hate, it sounds bad at first, but let me explain. So, you'll see this typically on TikTok or whatever else. Social media. There'll be a video and it's like, do guys like it when girls come up and ask them out? And then all of the comments are like, yes, please. Yes. I will fucking kill myself. Those are all the fucking comments. And it's like, you have to be a special kind of fucking stupid to have to ask that fucking question. It's either it's an obvious answer, first off. So it's either you're just trying to get fucking attention, or you're genuinely that fucking stupid.
And it's also women that are like, it's the majority of women that are on board with like pulling down gender role norms, you know?
Yeah,
So
but
like,
they never fucking ask out a guy or do anything like that takes actual effort.
do guys actually like that? Yeah, yes.
Do guys care if a girl has a lot of money? No. Why would we give a single fuck? We're not like you. We're not
Yeah,
like you.
yeah. Like, I don't fucking care.
Do guys care about a woman's height? No. In fact, it'd be badass to have a tall bitch. It's stupid questions like that. They just irk me. I'm constantly irked on a daily basis by women and everyone else. So just want to throw that out there. If you're a woman and you have a question, you just think about it for like 10 seconds. You'll probably find the answer pretty quick.
Wasn't your last weekly hate just women?
No, it was women in TV when they try to make them badass.
Oh, but I just remember you saying women.
Women.
And
But speaking of last week's episode, at the time of recording, the newest She-Hulk episode came out, and She-Hulk was seen twerking at the end of the episode, and a lot of this kind of caused a little bit of a controversy because people are freaking out a little bit. Some people are like, "This is woke propaganda." They're going crazy out of their minds, and then the other side's like, "What's wrong with twerking? Like, you guys are getting upset over nothing." And it's like, when I first saw this scene,
legit twerking, which like she
the post credit scene had because there was like a popular singer on the show, like on that episode, and then at the end of the episode, She-Hulk gets to meet the singer, and then they're like in her office dancing, and she starts twerking, and they're both twerking, and you see She-Hulk's green ass just jiggling
what
around.
the fuck?
Yeah, and that's like a solid like 20 seconds of just She-Hulk twerking.
You can't catcall me even though I'm a whore.
Yes,
myself
that's
out.
really stupid. Is that when like a part of the first episode is proclaiming how difficult women's lives are because we get catcalled, but then you have a whole scene where she's twerking in her office at her job, and it's kind of like it's the same thing of like it's like oh I was catcalled or I was touched or like this and that, and it's like, well, what were you wearing? What were you wearing? Because they'll often say, I don't do this for men, but like
just in general, like seeing She-Hulk just at the end of an episode start twerking sounds very jarring.
It was jarring. It was literally because I try to keep a middle ground. I don't want to be. I think it's kind of funny because like the whole there's the whole cancel culture side of the internet. They're like super progressive and whatnot. And there's also the other side of the internet that's like, I hate this woke culture. I hate go woke, go broke. And they're like you see all these YouTube videos where it's like they're roasting like Star Wars or whatever for going woke and whatnot. But like there's become like a point now where that side of the internet has become like they've become what they hate. They have become just like the other side, where they're like annoying and retarded at this point, where they'll get upset at literally any woman and like that's on screen. Basically, they'll just be like, Mary Sue, just go fucking nuts because there's a woman.
When you have like a very high opinion of something that doesn't fucking matter, and okay, when you have a very high opinion of what other people do, that's cringe. That's when you fucking become a cancer. Like, why? You just shouldn't care. I mean, you do whatever you want. Just don't be fucking retarded.
I will. Yeah, I mean, the woke culture has completely tainted a lot of people's favorite franchises, but I think they've gone overboard with the fact that they just freak out over everything. Like the Miss Marvel show, the show itself, the plot has some stupid stuff in it, but I saw nothing wrong with the representation there of like women or the culture that Kamala Harris has, and and but there was people online that like, this is woke, and like crazy. It's like Black Widow is woke. It's like there's nothing wrong with Black Widow. I mean, the movie kind of sucks, but really nothing super
leftist
about the movie at all. So that they're freaking out about that shit. But when I first saw that scene, I was like, uh, I had like my mouth open, like my jaw open, and I just couldn't help but laugh. I was just like, because I knew that this is gonna piss people off. This is gonna piss people off. And but looking back, it is kind of absurd. Like it's kind of because you would never see a scene like this, and like the whole like first three phases of Marvel, you would never see like before Endgame this type of shit. You never see a superhero twerking her fat Hulkish
That
green thick ass.
it sounds just crazy. Like what the fuck?
It's literally just a
Why?
parody of it's a parody of itself at this point. It's sad. I mean, and then there's people online like, "What's wrong? They're just girls having fun and dancing." It's like, no, you're shaking your ass. It's a sexual dance. You're shaking your ass. It's just like I don't know what's why it needed to be there. I don't know why it needed to be there. It just seems like a parody of itself. And it's like not taking. I mean, you don't have to take yourself too seriously, but like it's it makes the whole brand look bad if you have one of your
I wouldn't
superheroes fucking shaking their booty on camera.
I wouldn't even say that it's woke. They want it to be a meme. Like they're just doing a fucking meme
Yeah,
that they
yeah,
want to share their show around with. Like, haha, look, we're funny. We have She-Hulk twerk. This is gonna pop up all over the internet.
yeah.
Everyone
I
watch
mean, they
our
knew it
show.
was gonna go crazy, but it's stupid. It's just stupid because everyone on both sides is not seeing the middle ground. It's either one side is saying this show is terrible and they're ruining comic books and they're ruining Disney is ruining everything, and then the other side is saying what's wrong with twerking, and it's like both of you are wrong. Okay, both of you are fucking wrong. I think the twerking should not have been in the show.
Like they're
Um, but it's not because it's super woke or crazy. I think it's just because it kind of just ruins the image of a character for me, to be honest. Like now anytime I
yeah.
see She-Hulk, I'm imagining her fucking shaking her ass and twerking. Like I don't need to see that. And it's just it's not there's people trying to just like it's really cringe how many people are on the internet right now on Reddit and Twitter or whatnot saying like there's nothing wrong with twerking. It's just fun dancing. It's like no, you're shaking your ass. Okay, it's very sexually like explicit. It's not classy in any way. People
Yeah.
who twerk are people who go to like clubs and bars in like fucking dingy ass fucking areas of cities. Those are the type of people who twerk or like strippers or whatever. It's not like it's not like a very I don't know.
It's not classy. Like
Yeah,
you hit it on the head with that one. Like
it's
but
very we could have had a scene of just them dancing normally without the twerking, like just them being girls, but it had to become sexual by just having them shake their asses for some reason. It's like it's not really necessary at
the
all. And
strangest
young
part
girls are
about
gonna
it.
watch this show too, which
Oh
I
yeah.
now like if I ever had a daughter someday, I would kind of think twice about showing them fucking She-Hulk, or at least cutting the episode before that scene came up because I don't want to show. I wouldn't want my daughter seeing
Yeah.
like because it's idolized. When you look at a superhero, an idolization. You see She-Hulk. I don't want my daughter to think it's okay to be shaking your fucking ass around, bruh. Like that's not the type of shit that we should be teaching future generations. But
Dude,
you
if I
know,
was like 7 years old and I saw Spider-Man twerking, I would probably do it too. I would probably
yeah,
think that's funny and
yeah,
twerk.
it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's man. Like okay, so there's nothing wrong with twerking. There really isn't. It just depends on what
It's
you
really
want
just a
your
time and a
image to
place, I
be.
guess.
Yeah, it's literally just how do you feel about your image, and
Yeah.
if you're okay with being seen as fucking ratchet,
Yes,
then
it's very ratchet, and it's not really something that should be promoted. I would say it shouldn't be promoted as like a normal thing to do.
especially not on one of the like biggest IPs in the world with
Yeah,
Marvel, especially not with that shit where children watch it, a sexually explicit dance on a
yeah,
show that children watch.
it's really it's crazy, and there's too many people that are trying to justify and say it's okay. It's kind of stupid. like I said, there's the other side, and they're like going crazy about it. It doesn't really ruin Marvel or whatever, but it's not a good look. I will say that.
Dude, like if Peacemaker started twerking, that would be fucking hilarious. That'd be awesome. That'd be like the
Yeah,
coolest shit ever. But
yeah, because that's a whole different thing. That's Peacemaker. That whole
yeah,
show
that's an
is
adult show.
is fucking that Peacemaker from day one gave off a ratchet, grungy vibe. Like he's that type of guy, but She-Hulk's supposed to be taken seriously. Like she's trying to be, hey, I'm a woman and I have power and I shouldn't be like she's trying to say all these things about how I shouldn't be like seen for my looks and like just because I'm a woman and this and that, but yet we have a scene of you fucking shaking your ass. And
It
it's
just
like
has no
zoomed in on the
place in the
camera. It's
show.
like it's literally you're going against your own sort of message here. It's kind of bizarre.
Even if the character of She-Hulk fucking twerked in her free time and we just didn't know it, cool. You're allowed to do that too. You know
Like
what
I
I
can
mean?
imagine Deadpool twerking. I would have no problems with that because that makes sense for that character. He's like super like doesn't give a fuck type of attitude. It doesn't go against his message like that he's
Yeah.
trying to convey. It perfectly aligns with that.
It has no place in a fucking children's show. It's just jarring. I have nothing to say about it
Yeah,
other than like
it's
what the fuck.
it left me just it just left me laughing, but not in the good way. It left me laughing in terms of that was like the most bizarre shit I've just seen.
Yeah, it
It
left you with
wasn't
more of
funny.
the
It was just
like the kind
yeah.
of laugh.
It was pretty wacky. But is there anything that you hate this week?
Okay, you're never gonna guess what my weekly hate is. All right, it's probably even more controversial than yours with women. No one would ever guess that someone could hate such a thing, and that is GameStop. I went to a
Oh.
GameStop.
I could never think of anyone who hates GameStop. I went to go turn in my PS5 the other day and he said I could get 90 cents for it.
Did you at
So
least
in-store
throw
credit,
in
90 cents
like
and
a
some
paper
used
clip?
games and a
Okay.
paper clip.
And some used PS5 games for the
Yeah.
console you're turning in.
Yeah.
Well,
He said I could get like the 40 copies of what's that game called? The Anthem. Yeah, they have like 40
Anthem.
copies of Anthem that they would just give to me.
You can just have them
And
all.
so I guess it was a good deal in the end, but
Yeah, like now you have like a new place to
what could you possibly
put stuff on.
what do you hate game? When was the last time you went to fucking GameStop, bruh?
I recently went to a GameStop. I went
Oh.
this week.
Okay.
Like, and that was strange. But okay, so I was having a bit of a nostalgia trip because to just get this all started. All right, it's a long story. About a month ago, I bought a PS5, and
Finally.
I think it's pretty cool. Having fun with it. Cool shit. As a young boy, I played the fuck out of a game series called Ratchet and Clank,
Oh yeah,
and
I don't give a fuck.
I fucking love it. It's one of my favorite games like I've ever played. It's super fun, and there's a new Ratchet and Clank just for the PS5 that I wanted to give that a shot because it's got like very good reviews. So I'm looking online, it's like $70 to download it, and I was like, I could do that, but for a game I'm probably gonna play once or twice, I don't know. And I saw that it was like $30 used at GameStop. So I was like,
Oh wow.
you know what? If I'm gonna fucking do this nostalgia trip thing, I might as well go pick it up from a goddamn GameStop. So I went to GameStop. I asked them okay, so as soon as I go in, I'm like, this place is run down. Like this place is gone down the shitter. Like the posters.
Maybe that's just your GameStop. I've seen nice looking GameStops, bruh.
I don't know about recently. Like the posters
I've
on the
been to
fucking
GameStops
windows
recently.
outside. Okay, the posters on the windows outside were like falling off. Like one corner wasn't stuck to the window and shit like
Maybe
that.
you just live in fucking Ghetto Town.
I don't. You know where I live.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, I've never seen a GameStop like that. I've seen nice
your
GameStop.
fucking city is more ghetto than mine. Like way more.
Well, apparently not. If our game, like, a GameStop is indicative of how ghetto your area is, and if you have a nice GameStop, that means you live in a nice area.
I don't know, it was just very like strange going into a GameStop and seeing like 500 used Xbox 360 games and being like, it's like I haven't seen this in
I don't
fucking
know how
ages.
they're still in business.
Yeah,
they are like Blockbuster. They are a relic of the fucking past. I mean, but like you said, it is a good place to get used games for sure. Because I buy all my games digital. I haven't
yeah,
bought
me
a fucking
too.
game on disc in a long time because it's just way fucking easier to just download it instead of going out of your house to go fucking get a game. But I mean, if you can get a game for $30 instead of 70, that's obviously a great deal. But they're gonna go the way of fucking Blockbuster at some point. I mean, they're especially with Game Pass and shit, like they are out the fucking door.
But so I walk in, the guy behind the counter immediately is like, "Hey, do you want to try this new thing that we've got going on?" Like just straight up, just like he hasn't seen anyone in 4 hours, and he's like, "So do you want to try this new thing? Whatever, $20 a month for all kinds of rewards and stuff." And I was like, "No, thank you, no thanks." And then he was like,
Don't talk to me.
What games are you interested in? You know, what are you looking for? And I was like, I'm looking for the new Ratchet and Clank. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah. Goes and grabs a new copy, and I was like, I want to get a used one. And he's like, are you sure about that? You sure? I mean, like, you never know with these used copies, bro.
Oh my god!
I'm like,
aren't they supposed to sell them used?
I know. I'm like, you know, I was like, yeah, I'm sure I want the used copy. So he's I mean, all right, suit yourself sort of thing, and fucking walks off, gets a used copy and brings it to me.
Here you go, retard.
And I'm like, okay, I take it and I look at it, make sure that the disc looks fine because that's what you do. And disc looked fine. He was like, are you interested in anything else? And I was like, no, just this. He was like, you like paying attention to that new Call of Duty coming out? And I was like, no, no. I was like, I don't care about Call of Duty. And he was like, but I mean, you can pre-order it for $5 down. You can pre-order it $5 down. And I was like, no, thank you.
I just said I don't give a shit about Call of Duty. But $5.
Yeah, it's only $5.
Please give me your $5. Is Ratchet and Clank co-op?
No.
Then why the fuck are you talking to me about it? Why would you bring that up to me in our private time?
What?
I would care. Like when we're playing games, you're like, bro, Ratchet and Clank, bro. It's like I don't care about Ratchet and Clank
because it's good. I'm not allowed to talk about things I like.
No, if I can't talk about Cape shit, then you're not allowed to talk about Ratchet and Clank.
Well, that's why I'm talking about Ratchet and Clank because of last week. This is my payback. But so I bought the game, right? I got it. I start walking out, and he's like, you sure?
Like, oh my god!
Like, he's like behind me.
The game has come on it. I would know.
And I just fucking walk out, you know, go home. Game is fucking great. This game is fucking great. It's fucking awesome. I love it, dude. So the original Ratchet and Clanks were very much like full of attitude, sort of like I'm just some guy who is in this wacky Pixar fucking world and a billion guns are available to me and they're all fucking wacky and different and fun. Like there was a fucking chicken gun where you shoot someone and they turn into a fucking chicken. Yeah. And like I even remember the original commercials for Ratchet and Clank where it was basically like people trying to like test fire like the guns from the game where they shoot a fucking rocket launcher and it blows up a city street and they're like, wow. Oh god, and it's like for weapons that are out of this world sort of thing, Ratchet and Clank. And I was, god damn, I need to play that game. But new one is really, really fucking good, and I've been enjoying the hell out of it.
I enjoyed the few hours I played of the remake.
That one was okay.
That's pretty much all I know about that whole
thing. The new
thing.
one is really fucking good.
It's so good. Oh, the female Ratchet is so hot.
So Yeah, I'm a furry now. I fucking bought Ratchet and Clank. Now 24 years old, almost 25. Furry. I became a furry. But the gameplay is super refreshing. Like it feels like a goddamn video game, you know?
I guess.
Which is just you just don't fucking get that these days. The guns are super fun. There's a bunch of wacky fucking like cool ass guns, like giant shocky shotgun type thing, and you can like throw little mushroom dudes that help you. Like they shoot at. I don't know how to describe it. It's just wacky. It's fucking awesome though. The gameplay is super fun and fucking chaotic. There's a shitload of like mobility options that you have too. So like there's enemies all around you flying around, and you're like zipping around with these fucking, like you can swing around. You have like hover boots that you can just zoom with. It's fucking awesome. And when you're doing it all at the same time, it's great. It's awesome. But it's pretty linear, but you can still like there's like paths like off the like the linear story shit where you can find like rewards and stuff, and it's not like just given to you. It's like you have to go get them. And that's really fucking cool and rewarding.
Before.
It's just like not common anymore.
This is a real game, guys.
It's just not
go buy
common anymore. Oh, and the leveling system is awesome. The leveling is like it's made by Insomniac.
I already know.
So the leveling system and all that is like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So it's really good.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, good for you, buddy. Good for you, buddy. I'm playing a real game. It's like, good for you. Played something that's not Ubisoft or whatever.
What?
It's like, no shit. Like, there's a lot of shitty games out there, but it's like, you typically, if whatever company it's made by, if it's shitty or not. Like, if it's made by Ubisoft or whatever other company, and they make an open world game or whatever, it's probably going to be fucking dog shit. So, good for you. You played a single player game. That's fine.
Yeah.
There's plenty of those.
A fun uncommon game. They're not being released anymore though.
Yes, they are.
Like what?
You're just like nostalgic because it's like it's cartoony and wacky. There's plenty of games. There's Borderlands we just played. It's like the same fucking thing. It has like a unique upgrade system. It has wacky weapons.
Yeah, but those like wacky. the new Borderlands games don't hold up even slightly to the old ones though, where this does.
How does it not hold up?
Because the story is all over the place in Borderlands. I'm thinking about Borderlands 3, comparing it to Borderlands 1 and 2.
I'm talking about gameplay.
Oh, well, yeah, the gameplay is fucking exactly the same.
Yeah. And Spider-Man PS4 is very video gamey.
Yeah, Spider-Man PS4 is great.
God of War, very video gamey, for sure. That game is like, I don't know, I never fucking played Legend of Zelda, but that was like the vibe I got.
It's similar. Yeah.
Yeah. And so there's a lot of games like that, bro. I don't know what you're you just play a lot of shitty games.
You're talking about games like you mentioned like 3 different games that all came out like a year or 2 apart from each other. Like it's they don't happen often enough.
I guess.
When I was a kid, like it was fucking every game rocked. Every game was badass. But it's just not. True. It's just not like that anymore. Maybe I'm just a grumpy adult.
Yeah, there's that.
Which actually leads into another topic that I had, being a grumpy adult. I went to the grocery store the other day, and there were like I went in and started doing my shopping, just looking around, looking for stuff. 2 or 3, okay, 2 kids ride in. They're like 12 or something. Ride into the store on like Razor scooters. And they're just like riding around the store, just like woo, wee, wee, wee. And there was like 2 other kids where one of them was sitting in a shopping cart with like a foam sword, and the other one was pushing him. And they were all together, and they were just like being fucking wacky, fucking crazy, rambunctious weirdos. And they're like, having fun.
We're
like,
the main characters.
And I'm literally sitting there, like they didn't buy anything, they weren't getting anything. And so I'm like, I fucking hate that these kids are here doing this shit. And I'm like, man, but at the same time, like I want to tell them, like, get the fuck out of the goddamn, you stupid, you're gonna hurt someone. But I guess like I have that weird old man, like I'm an old man now. Like I see kids doing things that are fun that is relatively harmless. Like my old man self is like, man, what if they hurt themselves or hurt someone else or like break shit? Like it's
Yeah, I mean, it's every time I go to the mall, I see I'll see some kids doing stupid ass shit. I see a bunch of kids all the time doing stupid ass shit. It's like
I
literally
hate your mall. I hate your mall
well,
so much.
it's pretty shitty. But yeah, I mean, every time I see like a group of kids, it's almost like I get PTSD from like middle school and high school or whatever. And it's like you guys are just like so cringe. And like I'll see like a group of teenagers and they'll be like skating around or they'll just be walking around being like laughing and making jokes and shit. It's like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Every kid thinks that they're like the center of the fucking universe. It's so retarded.
The worst part of like feeling like, man, you fuck you, you stupid little piece of shit, get out of the store. The worst part was I remember being a fucking delinquent, fucking degenerate 12-year-old just doing wacky dumb shit that I shouldn't be doing.
I know like did shit like that, bro.
Like, man, they're just like having fun, you know, like school's back, like they're just doing wacky fun shit, and it's like, yeah, you can hurt someone, but like I feel bad wanting to like yell at them because I know that they're just having fun. At all.
I mean, they're stupid fucking kids. I mean, there was a time where me and my friend like thought it was funny. We're like, bro, what if we like went to this grocery store? This grocery store, we walked around. I don't even know what we're supposed to, I don't even know what we were doing, but I think it was we were good because we saw like prank videos at the time come out, so we wanted to film our own in a way.
Oh no.
And so we I think one of ours was like we filled our mouth full of water and like walked out in like an open area with a bunch of people and like started like pretend like we threw up the water and like like acted traumatized and ran away. And, another time where we like filled up like a basket full of like shit that's not really gonna get all over the place, but you know, just a couple of stuff, and then we'd walk and like slip and trip and like shit would fall everywhere. And we're like, like overact like what's going on, and then everyone just stared awkwardly at that, knowing that this is not real, and it was just unfunny as fuck. And like we quickly realized how cringe that was, and so I understand being a stupid delinquent kid, but I rarely ever did anything stupid like that, and it's just fucking annoying.
Do you have any like wacky school stories from when you were a kid? Because like I'm thinking of one now.
Wacky school stories. I don't know.
Of you just being a fucking piece of shit.
No, I mean, I think I was pretty tame as a kid. I do remember one story that's coming to me right now is that there was this teacher that was a total bitch. Like she's an annoying fucking bitch. Like she just had a stick up her ass. And then it was weird because every single class she had, it was also like it was a regulars class. So like all the kids were fucking ghetto as shit. And so it was a clash, a big clash of personalities right there. And one time I don't know if she was tripped or maybe someone put a backpack. Someone put a backpack in the middle of like the aisle, I think. But she tripped over like a backpack or something, and fell over and like hit her head on something.
Oh my god!
And so like she had to like leave for like a few weeks. Like she got injured. She got fucking injured on the job during class.
Oh my god!
And what I was told was because I was in her class. I was like, yeah, she's a fucking annoying bitch. But I was told that when that happened, the entire class laughed at her as she like fell over and hit her head. The whole fucking class pointed and laughed like,
badass. Hell
like,
yeah!
Kids are fucked up, bruh.
So yeah, I've told you this story. But when I was a kid in, I think I was in second grade, I went, like, our class went to the library, and we did that, I think, like once a week. I'm sitting in my assigned seat in the library, and my teacher, I'm going to fucking dox this dude, Mr. Nagel.
Wow.
Mr. Nagel. It rhymes with bagel.
Mr.
I was sitting in the chair in the library. He was the librarian. And I remember there was like maybe 5 minutes left of class or of library time. And I was like, Mr. Beep, can I go to the bathroom? And he was like, there's like 5 minutes, you can just wait until your class is sent, you're sent back to class and stop on the way. And I was like, but it's an emergency. I have to go now. And he was like, you can hold it. And he pointed at my seat and said, go sit down. So I look at his fucking dumb bald head and his fucking skinny framed glasses. Like, this dude he was a bitch, because I went back to my fucking seat and I sat there and it's like quiet. Like, they're not doing anything. They're just waiting to go back to class, waiting for my teacher to show up. And I raised my hand. I'm like, I really have to go. And I didn't really have to go that bad. Like, I really didn't have to go that bad. And I was like, just because like he told me no. I'm like, I really have to go. And he was like, you'll be fine. So I put my hand down. I stare at his stupid bald head and I piss my pants in that chair, and just the puddle of piss goes everywhere.
Wow.
I fucking pissed my pants sitting in that chair, just looking at him because he told me no.
Bruh. Okay, that's I think you need to go to therapy or something.
I didn't even have to pee that bad.
Cried when I pissed my pants for the first time. I was like in 5th grade, and I'm basically I walked home because I lived relatively close from my elementary school, and then like I had to piss so bad. I was rushing so fast to get home, and then right when I like was at the door of my bathroom, I fucking pissed myself, and I started crying because I was like, I'm way too old to be pissing my pants, bruh. I haven't pissed my pants since, and that was traumatic.
I was aware of being a 2nd grade child, and it's like not too crazy if they pee their pants, so I just did it.
I remember one thing I did one time. It's all coming back to me. Is that I think it was the book fair. We had this librarian, and she's like old as fuck.
That shit was the shit, bro. The Scholastic Book Fair.
That shit was badass.
It was so cool.
And I think one of the kids, he either tried to steal it, or I think maybe he damaged one of the books somehow. Like I think maybe he tore open the plastic, maybe something.
Oh.
He did something bad with one of the books. And the old librarian lady walked up to him, and she was like, why did you do that? Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! She said it like 2 or 3 times. And I was like pointing behind her, hearing all this, and I thought that shit was so funny, man. I was like, then I said, shame on you! and then she turned around, she was like, shame on you too! I was like, bruh, stop being so goofy, bro. Who says that? Shame on you, little kid, for messing up a book. Like, shut the fuck up, old lady.
Shame on you too.
It says shame on you to a child for messing up a book. It's like, shut up. Who are you? You're a librarian of an elementary school, bruh.
Yeah, fuck off, stupid old bitch.
Kids can be fucking horrible people, though. Like, holy shit. I remember one time, it was like one of my earliest memories, probably in 2nd grade or 1st grade or something. Like, we would have like those things where, like, I guess it was Valentine's Day or Christmas or something. Your parents would come in and come to class. Did that ever happen to you? Yeah.
Yeah, like
so,
once.
I remember one time my dad came, and he was like much bigger than he is now. And I remember I was sitting there, and then this girl like looked at me, and it was very obvious that my dad could hear it, because I felt so bad after. And she looked at me, and she was like whispering, but it was not quiet, bruh. It's like whispering, but it's very obvious, like, your dad is fat. And I was like, I didn't know how to respond, so I was like, I know. And I could tell that he probably fucking heard that shit.
Oh my god.
I felt so fucking bad. I felt so bad after that.
He's just looking at you like, why didn't you slap that bitch? Why didn't you fucking slap that
like,
bitch?
Damn, bitch, you think I don't know my own fucking dad's fat, bro? Like, that's news to me. Thank you for telling me.
Wait, really? You should have like widened your eyes and looked at him. What? Oh my god. I never knew. I thought everyone looked like that.
Yeah. I have so many stories. I literally feel like every episode now I'm gonna be telling a fucking crazy fucking story about my life. But I will say, I don't know if I'm gonna say it this episode, but I will say that I have a fucking story about 8th grade that was fucking crazy. But don't necessarily know if I literally every episode now I tell, actually maybe not last episode, but the episode before that was the
Fuck that last
crazy girl
episode,
story.
bro.
The crazy girl story, and then I have another story to tell. So I don't know if I want to be telling a crazy long story every single episode, but
dude, I have a fuckload of like crazy school stories too, and I also have a lot of fucking dumb drunk stories, which I'm sure you do
believe
too.
me, the
Yeah.
Who's Right podcast is gonna hear all of your fucking drunk stories.
Dude, you remember when? You remember when I threw a Bud Light bottle off of the fucking balcony onto that person's car? Oh man,
should have been on. Oh wait, was it on the goofy looking car?
It was no. It was on someone else's car. That was okay. So we were like drunk and we were drinking fucking Bud Lights and glass bottles, and we lived on the 3rd floor. And there was a car. I remember it was a red car, 3 stories down on the ground in a parking spot, right like next to where our balcony was. And we can literally hear them talking on the phone, like with their through their car speakers, like blasting the fucking phone call. And after like 20 minutes of listening to this stupid shit while we're trying to like watch movies and be dumb and get drunk, I fucking walk outside onto the patio and I look down and I'm like, all right. And I walk back inside and I grab an empty Bud Light bottle and I take like 1 step out so that like there was like solid walls, like the railing was like a wall. So I take 1 step out so they can't see me up there. And I just toss it over I just like toss it over the fucking railing, and I hear the slam on like metal, and then I just close the door. And then the phone call immediately stopped. Like it was and about like
being an annoying fuck on your loud ass fucking thing and you hear someone's fucking bottle slamming your fucking car, bro.
And then like 10 minutes later,
amazing.
I look over, car is gone, and I go downstairs and I go out in the parking lot to like see. I'm like, it's strange, like there's no glass anywhere. The bottle didn't break. It was the bottle didn't fucking break. It was in the road, just pristine. Like, no.
Oh my god!
So I have no idea what the fuck happened with that bottle.
That fucking apartment. There was like, I don't know if that's just apartments. When I was a kid, and I lived in apartments. It was never a thing, but like you could hear everything like that was going on in the. I don't know if it's just that apartment. I mean, have you ever been in an apartment like that before, where literally
that was definitely the worst when it came to neighbors, like noisy ass neighbors. That was the worst one.
No, it was literally just like the walls were thin as fuck because I could hear everything happening outside. Like literally there'd be days there was I don't know if they lived next to us or maybe like I think they lived a floor below us.
The one with the goofy car?
No, I'm gonna get to that, but there was this like girl, I think they might have lived next to us, like across from us, but they could have lived below us. I don't know. But there was this girl and a guy, and I would like hear this maybe early in the fucking morning, like them breaking up with each other and like her screaming at him and him being like, I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a fuck. She's like, how dare you?
I think I woke up from the same thing.
Hearing their fucking breakups, and then they'd get back together or some shit. And I'd hear it again, like a week later, them breaking up again. It was, you know, like,
what was the worst part? Because I remember that, and I remember waking up to it. The worst part was they didn't live in our building. They lived across the street. They lived in the building across the fucking street.
In the world?
Yeah, and you couldn't see it from your window, but I could. Like they literally lived across the street. That's how goddamn loud these people were.
Fucking stupid. But there's also a guy, and I guess I don't know. I guess he lived across from us because I feel like
the guy with the goofy car lived right across. There was a guy.
Us. He had a car with like blue wheel. It was a shitty car. Okay, it wasn't a good fucking car. It was a shitty car that was tricked out. Like it was like a car that like I don't even know how much you could say that even costs. Like
it was some goofy ass
some
like
dinky
normal
little car,
ass car.
but it was tricked out with like blue wheels, like spikes on the wheels. It had like edgy stickers on it and like
and like a big ass spoiler with
like a big ass spoiler. It was so goofy. And the guy himself, he was like big and fat, and he had like a mohawk or something.
He was white trash, like 100% white trash.
I don't know if he had a mohawk or something. I think he did.
Like he probably had neck tattoos and shit too. Yeah, like he had
cringe.
tattoos.
I'm not sure.
Always wore wife beaters.
I'm not sure where he lived, but he was it was in our building. And yeah, every single like morning or night, like early in the morning or late at night, he'd get in his car and be like,
and just rev his engine for 20 fucking minutes at 7 a.m.
Like it's great. You think, okay, if you're a douchebag, you get in your car and you rev your engine and you leave, right? He would get down and sit in his car for like 20 minutes and start revving it for a solid 20 minutes straight. Yeah. Like just sitting in his car. It's like no one gives a fuck about your shitty car.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Holy fuck. I don't remember for sure if we threw beer bottles at his car, and I feel like we did.
No,
I don't remember.
I pissed on his car.
But I remember we were super drunk one time. We saw his car and we're like, Jake's like, I gotta take a piss. And I'm like, let's go piss in that motherfucker's car.
Should I piss on his car? Should I piss on his car?
Like, yeah. And I have video evidence of this.
Video evidence.
I recorded us going downstairs and Jake spraying piss all over the windows, all over the door, and
the handle.
Pissing all over this dude's car.
Over this dude's fucking car.
And
stupid
that was
piece
amazing.
Of shit asshole. Oh man, one time I woke up to that guy in the morning, not revving his engine. I guess this is just how fucking thin the walls were. Not revving his engine, but he was sitting in his car with the door open and like one leg out, packing cigarettes on his on the palm of his hand. Literally just doing the packing. And he did that for like 20 fucking minutes. I just
imagine packing cigarettes for 20 minutes.
And I could hear it and it woke me up. And I'm a heavy sleeper. I'm not a fucking light sleeper.
It's crazy.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh my god, that's one of the things that kind of made me realize that I would like to rent a house next time, or or own a house, because in apartments you're forced to live with all these other fucking wacky people who have no sense of self-awareness and like respect for noise for all the fucking people around you.
Remember fucking orangutan arms?
Yeah.
That guy that we worked with him and he lived across from us.
I think we said that floor. on episode 0 that never released, but I don't think we ever talked about it on this show.
Oh. Okay.
I'm not sure if we talked about it on this show. So we had a guy who worked with us at our old job. We called him orangutan arms because his arms were freakishly long.
Super long.
He was very disproportionate. And
one leg was longer than the other. Had a limp all the time.
I would often hear him eating lunch in like the break room or whatever and being like talking on the phone. He'd be like, bro, did you know that Chris Evans has an Instagram? There's no way they would let him have his own Instagram. There's no way it's the real Chris Evans. It's like, it's so cringe. You'd be like, I watch all the Marvels or something like that. And you were like, Ghost Rider? And he's like, who's that? Who's that? And so he's very cringe. Super fucking cringe.
This dude,
he moved in to our same apartment.
In our building. Like, he was literally one floor below and one across from us. And this dude, like, there was nothing inherently wrong with him. He was just kind of annoying and cringy. Like, he's just a normal guy. But we loved just roasting the fuck out of this guy.
He was very much like just ignorance is bliss personified, because he was like obviously a fucking virgin loser, but he had like this vibe about him where somehow, I mean, maybe not behind closed doors, but he seemed like he was happier than fucking me and you.
Yeah, like he seemed very happy.
Loser. And it's like, that is ignorance is bliss just personified, because he just doesn't have any self-awareness of how much of a weirdo he is. So he's just happy. It's crazy.
Fucking walked out the door and started walking down the stairs to go to work. And this dude was walking up the stairs and he saw me and I was like, what the fuck? And he was like, I just moved in with my mommy.
Yep. He walks downstairs, he looks at you, He's like, I just moved in. And he's like, oh, cool. He's like, yep, just moved in with my mom. It's like proud. I'm proud of the fact that he moved in with his mom. He's like, oh, you see that over there?
He was like 28 too. I remember he was old as fuck. God. I asked him how old he was. He was like 26, 28, around there.
I just moved in with my mom.
And I was like 22. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh man, I just moved in with my mom.
You see that hot rod over there?
That's my car. Just some beat ass red car.
Tell the Walmart story.
Yeah, one time I was at Walmart. Like, this dude just followed me, I guess. Because one time I was at Walmart and I was just doing some fucking shopping. And I see him walk in the Walmart because I'm like in one of the sections. It's like right by the front door. And he sees me. And he's like, hey. I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? He's like, I'm just coming to Walmart. And I was like, oh. And he's like, Walmart?
Oh my God. Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know Walmart, right?
Yes, I do know Walmart.
The stupidest interaction I've ever heard.
I was like, I'm gonna shop now, and I walked away.
It's almost as bad as I don't think it's not too bad to fucking
You gonna say her name?
Yeah, DDoSer is
say her name.
Veronica.
Veronica.
And she's probably by far one of the stupidest people I've ever come across. And she would say to Jake, like, hey, you know car crashes?
Yeah.
Do you know car crashes?
Oh my God.
Yeah. And she's like, there was a car crash that happened.
No. It was like she literally was like, car crashes just out of nowhere. And I was like, what? She was like, car crashes? And I was like when cars collide with each other? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, yes, I know car crash. What? That's the most awkward way to ask a question like that.
She also, if you ask her what money is for, she would say, money is for spending.
All the time. She would literally just say it. She would literally just say it out loud. Money is for spending. It's like, bitch, you live with your fucking grandpa and have cats and dogs that are riddled with fleas. You can save a bit of money. Yeah, I got my fucking cat from her actually because she was like, I'm gonna put him in a shelter. And I was like, don't do that. Fucking give him to me. Then that cat turned out to be like one of the things I love most in life.
That store started out pretty okay, and then just went down the shitter. And that store had so many just odd fucking characters in it.
Yeah,
it's absurd how many strange, like GTA-esque, like Strangers and Freaks style fucking side quest characters just worked at that fucking store. Like, just every fucking person who worked there was a fucking weirdo.
And then on top of that, like, I lived with you. So that part of my life is one of the strangest things that you could
part of my life for sure.
Yeah, but it's
just nonstop wackiness.
It was wacky all the time.
It was wacky. And it was
fucking awesome.
My God. It definitely taught me not to be fucking not get too comfortable, because
yeah, me too.
If I ever have a job like that again where I just fucking hate working there, I'm gonna fucking find somewhere else. Because there was towards the end of when I was working there, I was doing so many shifts with an old fucking hag who's 80 something or whatever years old. And
yeah, she would
was a motherfucker,
crawl around on the ceiling and spit acid around.
Yeah, she's like,
it's weird.
My name's Merlin. She looked like a bird.
She was literally a vulture.
Like a bird. Got on the microphone.
She crawled around like a spider.
She was demonic, and it was very frightening at times. And she was like, get on the microphone where the whole store could hear, and she was like, Jake, where are you?
When I was taking a piss or something.
Like, Veronica. A lot of this work was fast paced. We have to be on our toes, And she's insanely fucking slow, and I'd have fucking people get on to me being like, "Hey man, need to help Verla out because because she's, she's old. And it's like,
There'd be like
why
12
am
people in
I getting
line.
punished for my coworker's fucking actions? Like, for her fucking incompetence. Like, I'm not her babysitter. I'm trying to do my job. And
Verla made me hate old people.
for real, it was terrible. It was fucking horrible. I basically get punished and have to do extra work every time I worked with her. And working with Veronica was fucking bearable because I didn't really have to talk to her all day. Like, we didn't talk with each other, and she was fast. Like, we had a smooth working day. But every single time I worked with Verla, I hated existing on this planet. I was filled with carnage and rage. It opened my eyes to how the real world is. 'Cause this literally right after I graduated, and I see all this fucking shit going on around me.
Weirdly fun though. Like I hated it at the time, but it's like really fun to look back on.
I wish I wish I had a different fucking job for sure. There's a point where the wackiness became okay. It was funny at first, but the joke's going on a little too long at this point.
Jesus Christ!
A little too
ripping your hair out.
Yeah, I guess this is the Memory Lane podcast now. Talk about our childhood. Talk about the most traumatic thing in your childhood. I have so many things. Besides, I have weekly hates that aren't as long as my original weekly hate. One of which being Hot Topic. I wanted to buy. I bought actually a shirt from Stranger Things, and it's like a D&D shirt from one of the characters in the show that they wear. It's a nice looking fucking shirt, and that community, the Stranger Things community, it's very cringe now. I don't know if you know this, but just like the My Hero Academia community became extremely just insanely.
It's got
cringe.
like Rick and Morty syndrome.
Yeah, Stranger Things has now become immensely cringe, where people on like cringy ass teens on TikTok are like trying to insert themselves in the show and or pretend to be the characters, like dress up like the characters and pretend to be the characters. I'm just trying to buy a fucking shirt because it's a nice looking shirt, and it's like it says it's on a backlog or whatever, because I guess so many people are buying this fucking shirt.
Oh man,
post themselves on TikTok or whatever.
D&D is getting really big right now, so
and I buy this fucking shirt. It's like it's on a backlog. It's gonna take until September. Now it's September. My shirt's not been delivered yet. I go back and check. Oh, it's gonna be in late September. It's like, bruh, give me my fucking shirt. Give me my fucking shirt. Why don't you have more shirts? It's fucking crazy. My other thing that I hate.
Press it, dude. Just press the shirt. Send it to me, faggot.
For real. The other thing I hate is trail mix. I hate trail mix. You know what's ridiculous is that you offer a product where it's supposed to be a mix of tons of different things, M&Ms and raisins and peanuts and stuff. When you buy trail mix, you buy Chex Mix or anything, it is 90% one fucking thing and a little bit of other things. It's fucking false advertisement. Every single time I buy one, I think, you know what? I like trail mix. I like peanuts and I like M&Ms. I'm gonna eat them together. I get fooled every time. Every time I keep wasting my money on this shit where it's just. I could have just bought peanuts. If I wanted peanuts so bad, I could have just bought some peanuts.
Yeah.
I bought this product so I could have a mix of a bunch of different things. When it's always 95 fucking % of the fucking bag is the little and Chex Mix is the little fucking check the thingies. I don't even know what they're fucking called. And
yeah, it Chex Mix like I can't get Chex Mix anymore because it's just got that fucking like those little waffle shaped square things. And I hate those.
Have like maybe a couple pretzels in there, a couple of little stick thingies, and just 90 fucking % of the rest of that fucking shit that tastes bland as fuck.
You know, I just realized that Chex Mix is like the things we're talking about are called Chex, and it's a cereal called Chex.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I just realized. You know the fucking little square thingies in Chex Mix that no one fucking likes.
I don't know who in the right mind like. Someone needs to. I'm gonna contact the fucking CEO and fucking threaten a lawsuit or some shit because this is false advertisement. Why are you advertising that it's a mix of all of these things? Like, you open up fucking trail mix, 90% of it is fucking peanuts. You'll get a couple, like one tiny handful morsel of fucking raisins and M&Ms, and everything else is fucking peanuts. It's like, I keep wasting my fucking money on it, and I hate it.
Someone out there who fucking likes who likes trail mix, fucking get on the Discord server and tell us a good one. Tell us a good trail mix brand. Fucking, you want to promote the Discord?
Promote the Discord? The Discord is in the description. If you would like to join, we should have said this at the fucking beginning, but I keep fucking forgetting to promote our shit at the beginning of the episode. But yeah, if you made it this fucking far and you want to join our Discord server and chat with us, the link will be in the description below. But on that note, another thing I ate is Discord users. I want to claim this out right now. If you get annoyed,
cut.
If you get annoyed and leave a server because you get a notification, if saying at everyone is too much for you, then you need to reevaluate your life. If you get truly annoyed and feel like you must leave a server because you joined a server for content creators and they're notifying you of content that's coming out, you get annoyed because, oh, I got a notification on my phone, I can't handle it, then there's something seriously fucking wrong with you. And I don't know how Jake can stand up for these people. Like, I don't like getting notifications on Discord servers. Like, I don't know what is so wrong with that. What is
it's
wrong
just when it's super frequent, it fucking annoys the shit out of me.
Well, our server is not even super frequent with it, and we lost two Discord users because apparently they couldn't handle it. Getting a notification that we uploaded something or whatnot. I don't know. It's I don't like Discord people, and everything that people say about Discord users is accurate. So every time
they're all pedophiles. Gets roasted.
Yes, they're also there's a reason why they're on the internet making friends and not in real life, because apparently putting at everyone is too much for their.
They don't want to see everyone.
Yeah,
they don't want to see anyone.
Yeah. I just have a whole list. I have a whole list of things that I want to insult at the moment.
You want to just get through it and be done with it now?
The next thing here is when I go on Instagram and I see Dragon Ball art, a lot of it can be really good. But what annoys me in particular is when I'll always see this, and it's like it'll show a still frame of the anime and then show side by side of like their own fan art of it, and like it'll obviously look way better and have like much better lighting and shading and art, and it's like, which one's better? Comment below. And it's like, bruh, one is an animation that is moving and you paused it to get one frame and made your own art that's like probably took you hours to make. And you're trying to like, which one's better? This is Dragon Ball Super and this is Dragon Ball Super in 90s style, and it's like way better looking, and it's like, bro, obviously everyone's gonna say that yours looks better, but you're trying to compare something that shouldn't be fucking compared. How about you compare the promotional material, that the actual art? It's not, you can't compare an animation still frame to your own shit. I saw one where it's the Dragon Ball, the superhero movie CGI, like a still frame, and that movie's animation is really fucking good for CGI. Even sometimes where if you pause it, it could look like it was drawn, basically. Like I saw still frames of that, and they looked almost like as if they could have been drawn. And then it's like side by side. Do you like 3D or 2D better? Comment below if you like 3D or 2D. And it's like, obviously the 2D one is drawn significantly. They put a fuckload of work into making it look like classic Dragon Ball and having all this shading and lighting, and like they look so muscular and badass. And it's like, yeah, no shit. You're obviously trying to like like do something here. It's so cringe.
Like when they make Dragon Ball Z shit, they don't look at other shit and go, I want to make it better than that. They just make their shit.
Like also, I would respect it more if it's just the fan art.
It's kind of strange and kind of confusing to me that you're talking about all this like great Dragon Ball Z art, because all the fucking Dragon Ball Z fan art I see is awful. It's all terrible.
Certainly a fuck that's disgusting. If you go on like the Dragon Ball Reddit or whatever or anything, you'll see like, I worked on this for a long time. Tell me what you guys think. And it's like they'll comment like, bro, it looks so good, and like it looks fucking disgusting.
It's terrible. Yeah.
There's
awful.
There's I feel like, because I guess Dragon Ball is like a good entry for a lot of people, and like into anime and drawing. Like people who watch Dragon Ball, a lot of times they'll want to fucking learn how to draw from Dragon Ball. I mean, that's Dragon Ball is honestly how I learned how to draw a lot of like musculature. Like,
oh yeah, me too.
It's 100%. How I learned how to do anatomy and stuff like that, because it's fucking buff dudes. I'm like, damn, I want to draw a buff dude.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, so it's definitely it's how a lot of people get into drawing, but there's a lot of fucking dog shit Dragon Ball art out there. There's also a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of Dragon Ball art that I see where they overdo it. Like they'll show like a screenshot of like Goku, and he, you know, obviously Dragon Ball nowadays they don't look as like huge as they did back then. They'll show like what he looks like from Super, and then they'll be like, "This is my version of it," and he'll be like jacked as fuck, and like the shading's
Yeah.
crazy. His hair is fucking crazy, and like he looks like they'll change like his facial expression too. He looks angry and shit, and it's like, yeah, okay, you're overdoing it. You're overdoing it, bro.
There's a such thing as too detailed.
Yeah, like a lot of times they'll take like a picture of Goku where he looks normal and happy, and then they'll do a one next to him where he just looks buff as fuck and he's angry and pissed off. He's about to murder you. It's like, okay,
It seems like a fetish.
I think you're missing the I think you're missing the point of Goku there by trying to make him a fucking beast.
Like Goku's supposed to be relatable, and then also like a god. He's supposed to be like a relatable
he's just
guy.
supposed to be a wacky guy who just so happens to be like insanely powerful. He's just a wacky, silly guy, but he's also just so happens to be insanely powerful.
Like the most powerful character that you can think of. Just a fucking god.
If Goku nonstop throughout the entire show just looked like a badass motherfucker, that would ruin the effect. That would ruin because when you see like Goku turning Super Saiyan for the first time, or like Super Saiyan 2 or Super Saiyan 3,
it was like
special
chilling.
Moments, those moments are significant because of the fact that they don't look like that 100% of the time.
Dude, when Goku goes Super Saiyan for the first time and he yells at fucking Gohan and he's pissed. It's like it was chilling. It was a chilling moment. The same thing you got from very end of the first season of My Hero Academia, where All Might shows up and he's not smiling. And you're like, holy shit. Remember during they were attacking? Yeah. He shows up and it's like, All Might's not smiling. And you just see him frowning. And you're like, oh my God. Like, holy shit.
A lot of Dragon Ball fan art, and a lot, especially like if you look up like a lot of these fucking like fan comics, like fan manga, like there's one, I think it's called Dragon Ball Multiverse or some shit like that, and it's like gory as fuck. It's insanely gory. Like people get like their arms cut off. Like I see like a picture of like Gohan, his like arm is chopped off, it's blood coming out, like squirting out his arm. He's like going crazy. He's like screaming, going Super Saiyan. Like he has like tons of wounds, and like people are getting fucking decapitated and shit, guts torn out and shit. It's like first, like y'all have like this weird fascination of Dragon Ball being insanely badass and gory and insanely like fucking heavy metal, but it's like the the moments like that in the show where someone gets like a laser blasted through them, or Goku's being a fucking beast, or Gohan is being a beast, like those moments are only good because of the fact that they're spread out and they're like kind of rare in a sense, where like that's what makes them fucking special. Like I don't want Goku to be a fucking beast badass 90% of the time, because that's not fucking Goku. But when he does do that, when he gets serious, that's when you know, like, okay, like
it's about to go down. It's real.
Yeah.
Dude, when fucking Vegeta got stabbed by Goku Black, I thought he was dead. Like he literally just got stabbed. He literally just got stabbed in the chest. And I was like, he died. Vegeta's dead. But, you know, he didn't die.
Yeah, but now they're kind of trying to overdo that a little bit, and being like, now in the manga, every every arc of the manga, someone has to get fucking stabbed through their body. Like there's like a panel of Moro like throwing his arm through like Goku's chest, and it's like, oh no, Goku! I know Goku's gonna fucking live. It's not really shocking to me that Goku got impaled through the chest. Like it's not really that crazy, honestly.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, it's I don't know. Like it's a little too edgy. Calm down with the edginess, okay?
I think it's kind of funny.
It's an edgy cesspool.
I think it's kind of funny how the meme that, you know, comes from a very real thing of Akira Toriyama forgetting shit all the time just came full circle in the last movie, where Piccolo audibly says, "Oh yeah, I do that."
Yeah, the part in the new movie where I don't think it's too much of a spoiler, but Piccolo decides to get big, and yeah, he hasn't done that in a long fucking time,
He
and
hasn't
he's
been
like, "Oh
drawn
yeah, I
doing that
forgot
in
I
at
could do
least
that." It's
20
like, how do you
years.
forget one of the things that you could
One
do?
of your abilities.
It's kind of wacky like that. I
Yeah.
do like how they're incorporating Piccolo's abilities to stretch his arms out nowadays. Because they do that in
Yeah.
the manga too, and it's cool because he can fucking do that. That is a useful ability to do.
Yeah.
Um, Next on my list, women who decide to. It's only women. I've never, ever, ever seen this happen with a guy. Women, if you get into an argument with them, because I was on this dating app and I was talking to this girl and like she was really down bad for me, and I was like, okay, this is strange. Why does a girl want my dick so bad? This is unusual for my life. So I check her bio and it says she has a kid. And I'm like, okay. So I just text her. I just say, never mind. I don't want to be a stepdaddy or whatever. I leave it at that. And then she tries to start insulting me, and I insult her back. And women will send you a message and then block you, so you can't read what their
Yeah.
message is. So like, what is the point of saying something if you're gonna block? Like, if you want to have a final word in, at least, like, wouldn't you want the person to read what you say? Like, it's kind of stupid. Not like this has happened so many times where a woman, if you get into an argument with them, they will say their final word and then block you, so you have no idea what the fuck they just said. It's like you're talking into the void. What you just said means nothing because no one's gonna read it. So
It's
it's
a
kind of
waste of
stupid.
time.
It's really stupid. I've never encountered anyone that's not a woman do that to me. Never had that happen. It's I don't know. Maybe it's a I don't know. I can't really pinpoint.
There's no way to describe. It's just stupid people.
It's just stupid. Uh, I've been blocked before, by a guy where it'll be on an app where you can see what they said, and that makes more sense, but you can't reply. But usually on dating apps, I guess if a woman has a problem with you or something, typically a woman with children that I do not want to financially support, they will they will say some shit, and then you'll never see what they said. So it's kind of defeats the purpose a little bit.
Uh,
Um, I think that's about it for everything that I fucking hate in this world. I did have a funny idea though, the other day, and I thought about this, and I think that it actually could fucking work. What if I feel like there's a way to get automatic YouTube views on YouTube? Okay, so what if you make a YouTube channel, and you would have to have like no job. You'd have to like devote your life to this. Which is basically what you have to do anyways for a YouTube channel. But
okay.
so you have to make a YouTube channel, and you have to make like thousands of other accounts, just
Oh,
thousands of other accounts, and then get on each of those like meticulously. Get on each account and watch the video in its entirety and comment something unique. And like this is theoretically possible if you spend like days doing this. You could potentially make a YouTube channel, make thousands of fake accounts. Like let's because if you do it really fast, maybe you could do this in a matter of a matter of days. Like each account take like a good couple minutes to do. But you could make thousands of accounts, of fake accounts from yourself, watch the video, comment something unique, and it would look like you have thousands of subscribers and they're all commenting something, and there's some of them liking it and shit like that. Maybe put a few dislikes in there, and it would look like you're fucking popular. And because YouTube's algorithm supports people who are getting traction, like views and stuff, and likes and comments, you would get real people coming in. So potentially, it's theoretically possible to get famous on YouTube simply by just like spending like a good 4 days of just not like just wake up in the morning, get fake accounts, comment shit on your own YouTube video. I'm like, damn, this video was crazy. This video sucked. Like your own videos and do that until you get spotted by real people who will subscribe to you. And it's like an automatic like YouTube view system, basically. Does that sound
that
feasibly possible to you?
yeah. It sounds possible, but
You'd have to be
holy
like
fuck.
super like dedicated to do that.
Yeah, very.
But it is theoretically very possible to do that. Like if you're on YouTube, like you're gonna get recommended a video if it has like 10,000 subscribers and like 10,000 views and a lot of likes, and it's something related to what you like. And so it's possible. It actually is possible. I mean, but you'd have to have no life to do that, really. But it's possible. I think that is basically my goal in life at this point. I think that's my goal now.
You want to do that?
Is to make thousands of fake accounts to make it look like.
You would have to make like thousands of new emails too. Like it's not just YouTube accounts.
Yeah, I'd have to make thousands. I mean, maybe Google has something against that though. Maybe they'd be like, know my fucking IP and know that I'm making a fuckload of emails.
So you'd have to drive to different Starbuckses.
Yeah. But I don't know. That was just an idea, and then it's that's crazy. I feel like it could be done.
I feel like Google would still have some way of blocking something like that.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, if you're
maybe
constantly just making infinite fucking Gmail accounts, then I mean, unless you do MSN or Yahoo, who in their right mind still uses that trash? I don't know anyone who would still use Yahoo. Disgusting.
It's okay.
How do you even check your email, bruh? You have a Yahoo app?
Yes.
Wow. That is disgusting.
I've literally used it since I was like 4.
It's crazy. I can't
imagine. It's
like
my random bullshit email.
I can't imagine not using Gmail. I have Hotmail. I have Hotmail. I have fucking Yahoo. It's like, bruh. There's this one customer, and they're like, at Verizon.com. It's like, imagine using your email from Verizon.
Wow.
Weirdo.
At Verizon.com.
It's like, bruh, who are you? Why do you have such a weird email? You work for Verizon?
Yeah, like, is that like a work email?
It's fucking strange. If you don't use Gmail, get off this show right now. Unsubscribe. If you don't like getting infinite nonstop notifications on Discord servers, leave this show right now. We don't want you.
Yeah, what he said.
If you're a woman watching this, get off the channel. Die.
Yeah, get off. Die. Which one are we going with?
Die.
Should we tell people that they should commit suicide?
No, I thought like if you just say die hard enough at someone, maybe they will die.
Yeah, okay, so we're not telling anyone to commit suicide, but we are looking at you and saying die,
and hopefully that has some actual physical effect on you. That would be great. If you eat trail mix, die. If you eat trail mix, fucking die. If you think that you're good at drawing because you traced Dragon Ball shit and you think that you can post it online, die.
If you die.
If you are not subscribed and liking every video and commenting below, then die. And if you want us to delete last week's episode, I agree. I agree.
Do we have any more do we have any like housekeeping that we still need to do?
Housekeeping?
Yeah.
Come be my fucking personal maid? I'd be down for that.
Yeah. Join the Discord. It's in the description.
Yeah. So the Discord is in the description below. I don't know. I guess I'll put our usernames there as well. You can find whatever you're listening to, if you have another thingy that you go on, we're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. We're on everything for this podcast. So, look us up, 0% Podcast. I am Ethan, also known as Prodigy Comics. I make comics, and I'm working on doing some crazy cool updates pretty soon. I'm actually working on updating the art style and making everything look a little bit better. So
hell yeah. Well, I'm excited to see that.
It's going to be pretty cool. Where can people find you? What do you do?
My name is Jake, and I have a podcast, and it's called the 0% Podcast. And I also do dildos and uglos.
Hey, shut up, Jake. Whoa. How did you get back on here? Hey, this is my podcast now. I was listening in, and I heard that Ethan said that he messages men and he hates women. That means that he's gay. And also, I heard that Ethan said that Mars is a different universe. Mars is existing on a different universe. So
yeah, I mean,
he's stupid. And would you guys like to listen to my roasts? I made some. Jake is a poopy head. Jake smells like Dookie.
Well,
get this fucking guy off the show.
Well, no, Ethan, keep going with the.
Goddamn, kick him off already. I don't want to see this motherfucker here.
Keep going so I can end it. Keep going.
He's chugging a fucking massive liter of Pepsi as we speak. Ah, delicious.
Well,
yeah. So me and my wife. I have a wife, by the way. That proves that I get laid. I just got married, so I can prove that I have sex.
Listen to me for a second, okay?
Yeah?
Die!
0% Podcast, Ethan and Jake. Some funny ass dudes.